Obviously, very disappointing. We're just not getting a whole lot of breaks. I think our guys are playing exceptionally hard. I'm really proud of how hard they're playing. We've had the best 3 weeks of practice, and that's just not coach speak that we've had. Our guys are competing in practice. They're battling. Our guys had the best set of Friday night meetings that we've had this year. Opportunity to let our seniors talk to our team and how much SMU and how much this program means to them, and really had great focus in the hotel, and I thought our energy level was really good today, our students that showed up, I thought our students were into the game, and I appreciate that. But as is and has been the last few weeks, you can't turn the ball over and lose the turnover margin and expect to win, especially when you give them 14 points like we did. Very, very demoralizing, really, as you look, when you had it right there at the end, right there before half, and our defense is getting some stops. Our special teams is putting us in great field position, and we're unable to capitalize on it. So those things, but our guys are hurting. Our coaches are hurting. It means something to them, and we're going to continue to fight and continue to finish this thing out.
For the last 3 minutes of the first half, really what seemed to be the determining factor? Was it just kind of a snowball effect there?
Yeah, I chose to go for it on 4th and 1, and when we didn't get that 4th and 1, it spiraled downhill from there. And we had a play right before that 4th and 1 that we had worked. We had it perfect, and we could not get the correct adjustment on it. We failed to make a call up front with one of our backs that we knew what they were going to do, and it would have really not even put us in a 4th and 1 situation. We failed to make the call, put us in 4th and 1, and we were unable to capitalize on it. From there, it really took us about three more series, I think, before we even got a first down. 2 or 3 more series. And, when your defense is playing well, our offense had been playing well up to that point. That's why I went with 4 on 4th down. And so, you got to be perfect right now. And we got to continue to push.
I know you at one time I saw you gone talk to the offensive line and stuff like. Were you kind of sensing it around that time that they might be losing it there?
Well, you try to just encourage them. We've been doing some really good things and to stay the course. That we had the right calls in. We just got to be able to make the right adjustment off of it. And so that was my deal. I just wanted to encourage those guys, because we've been doing some really good things, But again, we're struggling with the turnovers right now.
The pick six, was that just, did Matt just not see him?
No, he never saw him. He never saw him, and they were clouding the boundary, and he was sitting on it, and
Davis went to the locker room with a hand injury or something in the first half. Is he okay?
Yeah, no, he's fine. He's fine. Yeah, I think Kyron is might have been one of I don't know the exact up to date on all the injuries right now, but I know we lost a couple guys for the game. But we'll evaluate those tomorrow and see where we are with it. We got a quick turn. We got to get back in here. Got a Friday night game here against the top 20 opponent in Temple, and so we're gonna pull ourselves up. We're gonna go back to work and finish this thing up this year, and do it one game at a time. But there's a lot of guys putting in a lot of effort, and they're hurting. They're truly hurting right now. And but we got to keep staying the course.
You mentioned turnovers a couple times already. Part of that's the 2 turnovers you mentioned, but also defense not forcing any turnovers as well.
Yeah, we haven't created any turnovers.
Right.
And that's a killer. Our goal is to create four a game, and we're not creating any. And And I don't know what they were as far as third down, but I think they were very efficient on third down. You know, they were 8 of 19, and we struggled. And they had a couple of fourth down conversions, but you know, we got to create some turnovers. We're not doing that, and that forces you when you have to play almost perfect football when you don't create turnovers.
Special teams, you guys had some really good returns.
Yeah.
Set up good
Yeah.
field position, and then one costly turnover pretty
Yeah.
much negates.
Yeah, no, I thought our special teams unit, outside of the muff punt, which was obviously very critical, had been putting us in great field position. Really was. I mean, you know, I hate it for Chad that we missed that last field goal, didn't have enough on it. Probably should have went for it on fourth down. I was just trying to get some type of points out of that drive. But, you know, that's one thing I kept saying to our offense is that, look, we're getting the ball in great field position. I mean, our return guys and up front, they were setting it up perfect. And so we've just, you know, again, it's trying to get all three phases playing together, and we're not getting that right now. But, again, we're continuing to work.
Early in the games, the last couple games, you've had one drive or two drives where you've been able to establish a run, control it, and score, and then they've adjusted, kind of taken away your running game. How do you think they've done that, and how have you guys tried to respond to that?
Well, I mean, yeah, they've taken away the run game because we haven't been very efficient. I mean, we had a couple overthrows. We had, you know, we had a drop on third down. I mean, when you do those things, I mean, it allows them to load the box up. You know, they've got to have a respect, and then all of a sudden, all they do is just, you know, they just try to work to cover Cortland. And so, you know, we had some guys. I thought Xavier Castile had a great effort on a play. You know, I wish he'd have came down with. And but again, our guys are playing hard. I was very disappointed in our run game. You know, to only have 84 yards rushing. That was something we felt like we could run the football, and was unable to do that tonight. And that was probably disappointing. But again, we've got to be able to make some plays and hang on to the ball. I mean, that's the deal. You can't give teams points.
Cortland was outstanding.
Yeah.
Is that pretty much the?
Well, you know,
playoff
it's good to see him getting back. I thought he played well early and has kind of had a lull. Some of that was the way defenses were playing him. And tonight, you could tell from the get-go he was in his zone. I mean, he was with guys all over him. He was making plays, and so that was really good to see. You know, Xavier Jones had a few catches. We had Shelby Walker with 3, and Xavier Castile had a couple. But again, I thought Cortland played well. I really did.
I guess bigger picture, do you worry with a loss like this that things are starting to slip away just a little bit? Or
No,
you know,
no, I
teams are
don't.
getting
I really
back into
don't.
it?
No, but I'm not gonna let it. I'm not gonna let it. I mean, these guys are gonna give us what they got, and they're gonna work hard for us, and we're not gonna tolerate it. I mean, these guys are hurting right now, and I think they've invested a whole lot to give up this late. When we can keep staying the course and keep understanding that this is a process right now. I mean, unfortunately, it's a process. It's going to take a little bit right now, and it's day to day. You do it by winning each day, and our guys have done a good job of that. And you know, I hurt for our seniors as much as I hurt for anybody right now. Our seniors have been here the longest, and they've invested a whole lot, and they really want it. They really do. And I really hurt for those guys right now, and but we just gotta, you know, we gotta keep staying the course.